Hey guys and gals, Greg and Mortis back with my little world of horror. This is going to be a unusual kind of thing for me. I normally do reviews and that kind of deal, but this episode, I'm actually going to do my Scream Factory slash Shout Factory collection. I don't have a ton. I haven't bought any Scream Factory titles in quite some time, mainly because of money issues and that. But other than that, it's not that I don't like the company. I do appreciate all the hard work they put in. Definitely the guys there, the titles they put out are really good titles. Plus, whenever I see bonus features on them, especially from Michael Felsher from Red Shirt Productions, I know the bonus features are going to be out of this world. So it's not that I don't dislike Scream Factory slash Shout Factory. It's just I don't have a ton of money when I go in to buy the movies, and most of theirs are hitting the 20 plus range. But anyways, I do have a few, and I thought, why not? Let's go ahead and show you what I got. So, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All you new subscribers, what's up? All you old ones, peace. But here we go. I think I'll start first with my Halloween collection. First one up was the Halloween 2 that they had released. This was a really cool release, had a bunch of bonus features, and definitely, kind of cool with the slip cover cases they had. The reverse cover art, which I've already switched on most of mine from Scream Factory. But really cool artwork there, and I believe that was Nathan Thomas Milner that done that, which done a lot of the cover arts. But really enjoyed this one. Definitely had some cool bonus features on it as well. But yeah, Halloween 2. And then next up was the Halloween 3 release they did as well. Silver Shamrock. Man, I'm a huge fan of Halloween 3. Halloween in general, Halloween 1978. Everybody that knows me, I'm wearing my 30 years of terror shirt. Everybody that knows me is I love Halloween. That's my favorite holiday. Halloween 1978, my favorite movie of all time. Halloween, my favorite franchise. And I know Halloween 3 always gets shit on by a lot of people, but I absolutely love it. Nobody will ever change my mind on that. Halloween 3. This was a really stellar release as well. Cool bonus features, and like I said, slip cover, and I'd already reversed cover art on that. Really good job on that. And then, of course, I've got the deluxe edition uh, box set that Scream Factory Anchor Bay released. Uh, there you go, and it's got all the, of course, Blu-rays in there. So really good collection. I'm not going to go through all of them. It comes with a booklet and everything. I did a unboxing of this last year. You can search back on my YouTube channel and actually find if you want to see all the good details. But pretty solid release there. I do love this box set. Next up, no particular order. This one was probably one of the later ones that I'd actually bought, and I was really glad to have this one. And this one's got the Love at First Bite and Once Bitten 2-pack combo that they released, and I absolutely love both these flicks. Doesn't have a ton of features on there. Matter of fact, theatrical trailers and a radio spot on one. But to have it on Blu-ray, I was impressed, liked it, and just glad to have it. This one really didn't have the right cover art for me. It just didn't scream it, but that was the reverse artwork. And it just didn't scream, cover, so I left it as the new artwork on it. So there you go with that one. I got to find a place to put all these. Next one up was It Came Without Warning, and I really like this one as well. The original artwork there, which I really thought the original artwork was stellar. And then you got or maybe that was the original. Hell, I don't know. That was the other artwork, but I really dug this one right here. So I left it at that. And I'd actually picked this one up a pretty good while ago, but got it used and got a really good deal on it. So very excited to have that. And this one is like a lot of Scream Factory. It's the Blu-ray DVD combo set. So yeah, quickly moving on. Another one that was really awesome to get. Blu-ray DVD combo set here, and this was the Schizoid and X-Ray. Love both films, man. I thought they were really good, and I do like this release as well. And then you had the reverse artwork there. Bam, which X-Ray used to be, had an alternate title, which was The Hospital Massacre. And if you've not seen either one of these films, I highly recommend them. Very good films. Next up, my buddy Justin Beam actually did commentary on this and helped with some bonus features. And I love this film as well. It's The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I thought this was a really great release for Scream Factory, as well, as this was one of those that went under the radar, and I really loved it. This one also come with a bonus disc, a movie called The Evictors, which wasn't bad either, but I really like this release, and I love what Justin Beam did with the bonus features, the commentary and whatnot. But very excited to have that one. And if you haven't seen the remake of The Town That Dreaded Sundown, I recommend it as well. I'm thinking it may still be actually on Netflix. I know it was at one time, but it's a pretty decent slasher remake kind of flick, but definitely check it out. And then one of John Carpenter's films that I love so much. It's a classic with the late great why has it left my mind? Oh, Rowdy Roddy Piper. God, I cannot believe I forgot. I'm the biggest wrestling fan. It's They Live. Cool slipcover case. Sorry about the brain freeze there. And then the original artwork. This was a really good release here as well. Got some decent bonus features on it. And I really love that film. They Live. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Another one from Jamie Lee Curtis starred in this one. And it's Terror Train. Cool slasher flick from Canada. Back right shortly after Halloween was released. Actually, I think this was 81, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember the exact year, but yeah, Terror Train, really good flick. Love it. And actually really dig the original artwork as well, so of course kept that. So yeah, Terror Train. And another two-pack. This is the Tales from the Crypt, the original plus the Vault of Horror. This was really awesome to get. If you've never seen the original Tales from the Crypt movie, man, definitely check it out. And the Vault of Horror, both of them I thought was really stellar, solid film. So if you've never seen that and you're looking for it, definitely get your hands on this Scream Factory release. They've done a good job on it as well. Not a ton of bonus features, but the movie itself being on Blu-ray makes it worth having for sure. Next up, this one I really wanted the slipcover case, but didn't get it. Yeah, Wes Craven and its Swamp Thing, the original with Adrienne Barbeau. I remember this film from a kid and absolutely loved it. Adrienne Barbeau was so gorgeous and still is. And this film I thought was a really cool flick. Something kind of different from Wes Craven. And it is the Blu-ray DVD combo set. And this one did have some, of course, commentaries and different things like that. And has some pretty cool bonus features. But yeah, Swamp Thing. Next up, probably definitely my top 5 films of all time, especially horror related. And I know this one doesn't get as much love as I think it deserves, but it's the movie Motel Hell. I have absolutely been obsessed with this movie for so freaking long. And when Scream Factory released this on Blu-ray, I, of course, had to jump on it. And original artwork there, which, if you can see on my arm, I actually got Motel Hell tattooed around my wrist. And there's Farmer Vincent the pig on my arm. I know you probably can't see it well, but that's how much I really love Motel Hell. And this one has some really good bonus features on it as well. Really love this one. Next up, a cool Stephen King adapted film, and it's Monkey Shines. Really enjoyed this one as well. There again, I don't even know why I keep saying that, because pretty much all of them were awesome. And it's just pretty much the same artwork. The only thing different was this one he has the drum and the cymbal, and this one he has the straight razor blade. So I left it there because it's bloody. Monkey Shines, really cool flick. Then we got Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions. This is pardon my French, I do cuss a lot, but I try not to do it on these YouTube videos, but this is a fucked up flick. It is Lord of Illusions. Wow, Clive Barker doing his thing, man. And I kept the original artwork, and I don't know why. Maybe let me open that up. I don't know why I didn't flip that for whatever reason, because I typically do. Probably because that's not the greatest artwork. But I will go ahead and flip it now, because I typically do that because the slip covers already has the commissioned art. So I'm just kind of weird like that, OCD. Yeah, this has got the theatrical cut. It's got the director's cut on it. I got some cool bonus features on it. And I love Clive Barker. Have since, back in the day, of course, of the Hellraiser series and different things. I've just always been a fan of his work, and especially his books. Great stuff. Next up is a really, 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 really cool flick. And this one, of course, from Tobe Hooper, and it's Life Force. I absolutely love this science fiction flick. People say, why you love it? Because it's got the chick that's naked throughout all the movie. Well, of course, but no, but this is a cool, kind of trippy sci-fi flick, and the original artwork there. And this one has some pretty decent bonus features as well. And once again, Tobe Hooper. And I'm trying to collect all of Tobe Hooper's films. I really like his work, of course, from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Death Dream, and the list goes on. And I just really like Tobe Hooper. Next one up is the original The Howling, of course, from Joe Dante as director. And this is really cool with Dee Wallace. I do like this for a werewolf flick. Definitely my top 3 or top 4 werewolf films of all time. And I do love the original Howling, I'm sorry, and the original artwork there. Some really, really good bonus features on here. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm wanting to say it's on here. Yeah, definitely Sean Clark's Horror Hallowed Ground, where he goes and visits the set and videos it, was on here as well. And I thought that was cool. Next up is a film from director James Isaac. And this one starred Lance Henriksen, and it's The Horror Show. This one's a decent flick. It's not great. I thought it was okay, kind of shocker-esque and whatnot. But, it's The Horror Show, and it has Lance Henriksen. And Lance Henriksen's one of my all-time favorite actors. So I try to get, pretty much everything he's in as well. So there you go. Next up, this one eluded me for a long time because I just could not for the life of me drop $24 on this one, even though I really think it's a good film. But for whatever reason, I kept waiting for it to get on sale, and I finally got it for like half price way back last year sometime. So yeah, and this one, just trying to remember who directed this one. I know it's going to beat my ass when I see it. But produced, executive producers, and where in the hell? Cannot believe I cannot find the director of this one. Somebody beat my ass. Of course, Tobe Hooper. Duh. Duh. But yeah, it's The Fun House. And this one is fun. I love carnival films. And this one was definitely a cool carnival slasher flick with a bunch of freaks and whatnot. Cool artwork. And God, where's my brain today, man? Bam! I'm telling you, Tobe Hooper. So yeah, The Fun House. Cool bonus features on that one as well. Yes. H.P. Lovecraft, of course, the great Stuart Gordon from Reanimator and different films. Is H.P. Lovecraft from Beyond. And this one is freaking whack, dude. Jeffrey Combs. Man, it's Barbara Crampton, man, which is always gorgeous. But yeah, this one's a trippy film, man. It's super crazy and psychedelic, cool colors in it. The original artwork. What can you say? It's Stuart Gordon, man. He's going to give you something interesting. Some really good bonus features. But yeah, From Beyond. Next up, one of my all-time John Carpenter favorites for me. And it's, of course, got Jamie Lee Curtis in it. And Nancy Loomis, who played Annie in the original Halloween. And, of course, Tom Atkins, the god Tom Atkins. And it's The Fog, the original. Love this film. Such an atmospheric, cool, creepy flick with also Adrienne Barbeau. Just really a solid film. And I love this artwork with Jamie Lee Curtis on the cover. I really love that. And this one had some really good bonus features. And this one also had, this one definitely had Sean Clark's Horror Hallowed Ground. So cool thing there. Another one, that I really enjoyed, and this one's from Stuart Gordon as well, and a cool little flick from way back in the day called Dolls. These demonic dolls that come together And really cool, almost full moon-esque, man. Definitely cool. But jeez, dude, you gotta love it, man. This is chock full of some cool bonus features. And I remember this one way back in the day. And cool stop motion, different things. So there you go, Dolls. Next up, a trippy Wes Craven flick with some, cool acting. There was some really good acting in this. Michael Berryman and some different ones. Of course, Wes Craven directed it, but I was trying to think. Cannot Lisa Hartman and Ernest Borgnine, I believe it was. For whatever reason, I've got his name. Sharon Stone, her first flick, and Ernest Borgnine, and it's a really cool flick, Deadly Blessings or Deadly Blessing, and it's all about the Amish people, and really cool, man. It's got a creepy vibe to it. I like that. Next up, the great George A. Romero classic, Day of the Dead. Love this film. Night of the Living Dead, because it was the original of the zombie flicks for George Romero, will always have a special place in my heart for being my favorite. But Day of the Dead would definitely be close second. I know a lot of people talk Dawn of the Dead, and it's not that I don't love Dawn of the Dead. I do, but I've always enjoyed Day of the Dead more than Dawn. Don't shoot me, but I really love the character of Bob and the underground cellars and stuff, man. I just really dug that flick. And the original artwork there. And of course, George Romero. And this has got chock full of some really good bonus features. Really good slasher flick from back in the day, directed by Tony Maylam. And it is The Burning. I absolutely love this summer horror slash flick. And such a good film. Such a fun, cool slasher flick with Cropsy the Killer. And some cool ass artwork there as well. This one wasn't chock full of a lot of bonus features, but it did have some. But I was just glad to have this on Blu-ray, and they did a really stellar job, I thought, with the transfer. But yeah, The Burning. Next up, Justin Beam actually helped on this one as well with some of the bonus features. And I always wanted this when I've seen it on VHS back in the day, and just never, ever had picked it up. And I really need to get the VHS. But I was very excited to have this one. It's John Carpenter's Body Bags, which is kind of an anthology film where John Carpenter plays a dead corpse, kind of resurrected doctor. In the beginning, he introduces each one of them. It was originally going to be a Showtime series, and shit went sour, and it never saw the light of day after that. But I really liked this one. I thought all the acting was good. Stacy Keach is in an episode about hair, and then you got Mark Hamill in there with the slasher style. Robert Carradine in this one, some really good acting. Wes Craven's got a cameo in it, and some others. Really enjoyed that one, Body Bags. And another one of these that didn't have a lot of features on it. This one was directed by Felipe Mora, and it's a film called The Beast Within. This was the original artwork. I thought this was kind of a cool werewolf style flick that for whatever reason I didn't remember it growing up. Probably had seen it way back in the day, but I just really didn't remember it. I did like this one. I thought it was a decent werewolf style flick. Another John Carpenter film that I absolutely freaking loved. And when it came out on Blu-ray, of course Greg and Mortis got it because it's John fucking Carpenter. And it's Assault on Precinct 13. I love this film. Not necessarily horror related, more of a gangster kind of deal. But God dog, I love this film. And I love the atmosphere, but I really love the soundtrack in this one. And there's the artwork there. If you don't have this one, man, get Assault on Precinct 13. Another one over here, and Justin Beam helped do this one as well. Yeah, Sleepaway Camp, the original, starring Felissa Rose and Jonathan Tiersten. Really, 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 really good slasher flick that Robert Hiltzik directed. And who's ever seen this, not forget the ending of this film, which has the most iconic ending of most any movie. Very shocking. Love this one. A lot of cool bonus features on it. Next up, a cool flick that I absolutely love because I love scarecrows, and it is the film called Scarecrow. And one of the lead actors in this was actually in Day of the Dead as well, and I love that. This one was from William Wesley, and I really enjoyed this film. It's kind of a slow burn, and the scarecrows are not seen throughout this film. It's more of a military kind of thing, and then a lot of, in a abandoned house in the middle of nowhere, some money stolen. When the scarecrows actually do show up and do some killing, it's really good. But other than that, it's kind of a slow burn, but I dig it. There you go. Next up, Lance Henriksen again. Love this one. This is from directed by Stan Winston, the great Stan Winston. An absolute classic, Pumpkinhead. It's a must-watch every Halloween season for me. Love this film so freaking much. I thought Lance Henriksen was so good in this, and the acting as a whole was pretty solid. But the creepy witch lady was always one that scared me as a kid, and still holds up today as far as creepy elements. And acting's really solid, but definitely the makeup effects with Stan Winston was out of this world. Pumpkinhead, some really good bonus features on that one. Next up, another classic John Carpenter film with Donald Pleasence in it, and Alice Cooper has a cameo in it. I can't remember the dude's name, but the Arnold from Happy Days, God, his name has slipped me, but anyways, Prince of Darkness. Love so much this film. One of the absolute kick-ass soundtracks. And when you watch, if you've never seen Prince of Darkness, little side note, when you watch it, time it from the moment it first starts throughout, and there is probably one of the longest title sequence openings of a film. I mean, it's like 20 minutes in, and then the credits pop up. Freaking crazy. But love this one. Donald Pleasence, really awesome. Love this story. And some decent, not a ton, but a decent amount of bonus features. Really good collection. This one I was absolutely freaking amazed with. Loved it. And actually picked up the original album on vinyl because I loved it so much. And it's Phantom of the Paradise. I love this one. This one was directed by, I was trying to remember, Brian De Palma. But yeah, Phantom of the Paradise. This is a cool musical, really good soundtrack. I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show, of course, as a musical horror, but Phantom of the Paradise is right there up with it. This is such a classic, and oh my God, does this one have so many great bonus features. So it's chock full. This is a really, really knockout, stellar release. Next up, a really somewhat hidden gem. A lot of people may not know about this one, but totally should, starring Robert Englund, and it's the Phantom of the Opera. This one is a really creepy, cool, I guess musical horror, however you want to put it. But Robert Englund as the Phantom, I thought was really awesome. I thought the makeup effects was really good, but I really liked Robert Englund as the Phantom himself. And it's just a really good flick, I thought. And got some cool bonus features on it as well. There you go. Yep. Definitely Phantom of the Opera. Really awesome flick. And then we just recently lost the main star of this, the tall man, Angus Scrimm. What a sad day. I was able to had the privilege to meet him a few years ago in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Mad Monster Party. And I'm telling you, anybody that met Angus Scrimm knows what kind of guy he was. He took his time. I remember sitting down and he arm on my shoulder and talking to me and just, wanting to know about me, about my life. And I'm like, dude, I'm nothing. I want to know about you. And he was just like a grandfather figure. But it's the Phantasm 2 release. And I love this film. I love this whole series, actually. I just really have always loved the Phantasms. I can't wait for Oblivion to come out. But yeah, hated when Angus Scrimm passed. Fortunately, he had a very long life, and that's one thing. And I just hate it when individuals pass like that. So many classic people. But yeah, Angus Scrimm and, of course, Reggie Bannister and others, man. Great film. Love it. Next up, really cool flick. And this one was directed by Tom Eberhardt. And there you go, Night of the Comet. This is a trippy, creepy, weird, kind of psychedelic, don't know what in the hell's going on, post-apocalyptic, / whatever kind of film. You can almost say musical at a point. But yeah, Night of the Comet. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's just stupid, man. That's why I like it. It's pretty decent bonus features in this with Kelly Maroney and Catherine Mary Stewart and some different ones in there. You don't get it, I recommend it. Another Clive Barker. I love this one. This is the Blu-ray DVD director's cut edition. I know there's a Mac Daddy of this one, but I got the director's cut. This one, Nightbreed. I thought this one was really good. I enjoyed this one. The Underworld, and I've kept I don't know why I did not flip that one, because I definitely need to. The original artwork with the cast members on it. And so let me go ahead and flip that while I'm thinking about it. For whatever reason, I had not done that. Yeah, man, I love Nightbreed. I thought it was really cool as far as Clive Barker goes. Once again, if you know Clive Barker, you know what his films are like, and this is no exception. Nightbreed, the Netherworld, cool flick. All right, now we'll get into my DVDs. These are mainly from Shout Factory, but I thought I'd go ahead and show them. I don't have a ton of them because I mostly collect Blu-rays now, but I do have some DVDs. And this one I picked up for a couple bucks, and it's Swamp Thing, the series from Shout Factory. I really enjoyed this one. It's a 4 DVD set. I just love the artwork, man. It's glossy, shiny, and I just thought they done a really good job with the artwork on this. And then they're just kind of the season 1 disc there, and then season 2. But yeah, cool DVD set there. Next up, this is the one I just recently done on a Blu-ray DVD update. Just rehashes from Shout Factory, and it's R.L. Stine's The Haunting Hour, the series. This is the volume 1. So yeah, hadn't even cracked that one open yet. I need to. Another one, this is a Bruce Lee double feature, The Big Boss and Fist of Fury from Shout Factory. Got to has you some Bruce Lee, man. Everybody needs them some Bruce Lee in their life. Enjoy that one. Next up are some of the Elvira's Movie Macabre, Legacy of Blood here, hosted by Elvira. Such a gorgeous lady, even still today. There you go. And if you have a Roku or a app channel TV, you can actually go to Shout Factory. It's free. Head over there, and you can actually watch all Elvira's and a lot of different stuff on there for free. Yeah, this one's the Devil's Wedding Night. Satan is Coming. And most of Elvira's, if you don't know who Elvira is, she's a horror hostess from back in the day. And if you don't know much about it, she kind of Mystery Science Theater, kind of, poke fun at movies and whatnot. And she's got some good ones to poke fun at here for sure. Next up, this is a Scream Factory presents TV Terrors, The Initiation of Sarah, and Are You in the House Alone? Some pretty good kind of made for TV, of course, releases there, and I did enjoy these. I like made for TV movies, especially back in the 70s and early 80s. I just dug them, man. I thought they were cool. This is a Roger Corman cult classic double feature, The Terror Within and Deep Space, and this was from Shout Factory as well. And if you're not familiar, Shout Factory has been in business for a while, and then they branched out and started Scream Factory, which does their horror titles. Most people know that, but if you don't, there you go. And then this one's from Scream Factory, a 4 all-night horror marathon with What's the Matter with Helen, The Vagrant, which was a creepy, fucked up with Bill Paxton flick, The Godsend, and The Outing. I enjoyed all 4 of these. Thought they were really good. So there you go. So I know it's been a little long, but I thought I'd just do that, man. Just throw it out. My Scream Factory / Shout Factory update. I don't have as much as most people, but I do have a few, and the ones I do have, I have thoroughly enjoyed. So definitely, if you have never bought into Scream Factory or Shout Factory, I highly recommend it. They do a great job. I'm more into Arrow Video and different things right now. But, if I find a Scream Factory title at a good price, I'm definitely going to pick it up because I know they're going to do a great job. So with that, I'm Greg Mortis. You can check me out at landofcreeps.blogspot.com every 2 weeks for my horror podcast with the crew. Definitely check us out there. You can follow me down below. I'll have all the links to that, my Facebook, my Twitter, and all that good shizow. And just stay tuned to what's coming up. If you're not subscribed, please click that subscribe button. Share, like, and comment. So for Greg Mortis, for my little world of horror, I'll see you on the flip side. Peace!